Okay, on your profile, I saw you've worked a long time as a UX designer. So, how has it been working as a UX designer this past couple of years?
Oh, yeah. Being a UX UI designer makes me feel very joyful.
Okay.
There are basically two reasons. First, it's about the people that behind the scene, like who we are serving for is the customer users,
Yes.
which
Wow.
when you see you help them solve a problem, they make their experience more easier, they achieve a goal more faster. It's
Yeah.
a happy thing. And the second I will share is about teamwork because being a designer, we always have to work with product engineers, content researchers, blah blah blah. So there are a lot of the people we're gonna work together to solve the
Wow.
problem. That's also a fantastic thing about being a designer.
Wow. Wow. So, you can't run away from collaboration and teamwork in being a UX designer, right?
It's important. Yeah, it's important. You mean the question is about the importance, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
About teamwork.
Exactly. Yes.
Uh, uh, yes. Also, become like more experienced.
Okay.
A lot of time where the platform may have technical constraints.
Okay.
By the end, it's the engineer who have to achieve that. They will share a lot of the different use cases. I feel this is really a great collaboration to gain different perspectives. But as a designer, also should have the point of view about from design points or from user side what
Okay.
we advocate the most.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I want to narrow down the question to how has it been working as a UX designer at eBay? Because like when they say eBay is like a big company, so is it overwhelming working as a UX designer there?
They're super wonderful and talented, amazing world-class designers at eBay.
Okay.
So, and also, eBay has a very solid design system, which really help the designers to work on things so
Okay.
convenient and
Okay.
the experience make looks consistent for the end users. And we have like a coffee buddy, an internal networking every month.
Wow. That's cool. That's cool.
Nice. We also have a different Slacks that allow different people to ask questions in content, design system, or design in general. So very good.
Wow. Okay. So just a question based on public demand. So, do you think there's a best way to get a job as a UX designer? Because I've seen plenty people uploading videos and posts and saying that oh, the best way to get a job, the best way to get. So, do you think there's a perfect best way to get a job as a UX designer?
Oh, I see. I feel from the very beginning, like you. Let me ask, what's your why you want to be a UX designer first? Do you have an answer in mind?
Yes. UX designer to me is like bridging the gap between the users and a product itself. So just taking the point of view from both sides and using it to create a great experience for the user. So that's what I think. That's why.
Yeah, you definitely have a big heart for the people, for helping people. At the
Exactly.
same time, you wanna help them to grow.
Exactly.
Exactly. It has to be everyone has to have an open-minded mindset firstly, and then from the beginning, really can try different projects or startups and to try to work with PM and engineers to ship things even sometimes faster or can
Okay.
get a job in a large corporate. that's also so there's I don't in my opinion I don't feel like either sided. Like you have to work first. I feel just to get a job to work on something to craft. Craft is craft. So we have to practice all the time.
Exactly.
And then to learn, what the option works the most.
Okay.
So I would say enjoy any opportunities you have, and then work with different functional team members, product engineer, in particularly work with engineers and product to understand the different constraints or different perspectives. So,
okay, wow, that I love that insight. That's new insight. So another question. What do you think of AI in UX designing? Do you think AI can take over UX designing because it's going rampant in the internet now, using ChatGPT, Midjourney? So what do you think about AI in UX design?
the AI is super smart. They're trained to learn about human behavior.
Okay.
They can definitely be trained in the future to make some graphic design, web design. The core value about being a UX designer, in my perspective, has to adapt to change.
Yeah.
And this is a experience, and then also there are qualitative and quantitative factors that matters.
Yeah.
I would say strengthen the skill set about the designer, and then don't worry about the job, but learning about the trending to adapt to change about the technology.
Okay.
In the future, technology will change the way of working, but the core value and the philosophy about what's the workload, how to work, how to problem solve, that's the skill set I feel it should be strong enough to hold this.
That's
yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, you've worked with a lot of companies as a volunteer. So, did it have a massive impact on you as a UX designer?
I only worked on. I joined a hackathon. That's also because of really during the pandemic, and we wanna work on something to help people. Volunteering is great because we are not always like just learning from other people, but also output to this to the people that's in need help. So I feel when there's a time like even you got a job or you got more time, but to try to volunteer to help the community.
Okay, what about beginner UX designers? Do you think it's better for them to pay for boot camps or paid courses and stuff, or they should try to volunteer? So what do you think?
Oh, I see the point. I had a master degree, which I paid, and then later on I know that sometimes